What is the NIRA? The NIRA was a major law that was passed down during the Great Depression as a way to help the U.S. economy. On June 16, 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed it into law. Roosevelt's New Deal included the NIRA with the goals of assisting people, reviving the economy, and preventing more issues. The U.S. Department of Labor. The goal of the law was to protect workers, assist business, and improve working conditions. The NIRA had two very basic but big goals. The goals are as follows. Number 1, protecting the workers. Number 2, strengthening the economy. According to Kennedy, page 210, the act allowed companies to establish fair competitions, regulations, and establish prices, salaries, and production limits. Paying workers a fair salary and preventing unfair corporate practices were the goal of the regulations. By allowing workers to organize unions and bargaining for improved wages and working conditions, the NIRA further protected workers.
The most significant element of the NIRA was the National Recovery Administration, or the NRA. The NRA compelled industries to follow fair competition codes. Companies following regulation were allowed to put the Blue Eagle symbol with the "We Do Our Part" slogan to signify affiliation. While the NRA helped better the fortunes of certain industries, enforcement proved problematic and tended to help large corporations at the expense of smaller firms. The NIRA also created the Public Works Administration, the PWA, which was to provide jobs by constructing big projects. The PWA funded projects such as roads, bridges, and schools, which created many jobs during the Great Depression. This helped the workers in the economy through the injection of funds into people's pockets.
NIRA, also known as the National Industrial Recovery Act, was put into action to aid the economy and protect workers. It, however, faced enormous difficulties shortly after. A large number of businesses opposed the regulation and claimed that the government interference in their operational process was unreasonable and too intricate. The issue, however, gained significant attention and reached the Supreme Court. The NIRA was ruled unconstitutional in the case of Cheddar Poultry Corporations versus United States. This decision was made out of concern that the legislation concentrated too much power with the president while simultaneously stripping states of any power that they have. NIRA was subsequently completely abandoned after the ruling. Programs after that were neither implemented nor were they NRIA based, thus completely erasing the original purpose of the NIRA. In conclusion, the NIRA was a cornerstone of Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. It sought to reform the economy and make work conditions better through jobs and fair labor practices. Its complex operations and subsequent ruling as unconstitutional, however, kept it short-lived. Its brief tenure in office, despite this, however, left its mark on subsequent labor legislations and economic legislation in America.